Angami Youth Organization bra Kohima de August 16 public rally law pichde Nagaland laga governor ge memorandum disha. Memorandum do Naga national political groups kan bra unabated extortion aro janta khan ge harass kura upor disha. Memorandum likhigina dia de AYO mang kurishi ge India sarkar ge ceasefire ground rules to in letter and spirit ensure kuribi aro group laga cadres khan agreed ground rules follow kura sabi gusha. AYO state sarkar ge citizens khan ke hohai kurubole lagya khatam khan lugina such acts of coercion thagile tai laga authority do assert kurubole kushe. AYO sarkar ke armed groups kan donations laga nambra manuge thamki dia immediately bond kurubole lagi aro armed cadres kan tai khan laga designated camps te thagibole lagi aro civilian areas te arms lugina berabole bond kurubole lagi kushe. AYO memorandum dia de Indo-Naga problems the early settlement lage kuile Indian sarkar ke splinter groups kan recognize kurina legitimize kurabon kurubole lage kushe. AYO kushi ki judi groups kunba ceasefire ground rules laga khilaf jaile ceasefire monitoring group pra itu group logode ceasefire thaka do hatai dibole lage aro concerned member kan ge under National Security Act of 1980 book kurubole janaise. AYO kushi ki taikando civil organization ekta ase hulibi nijor laga manuke hohai kurubole hesitate nakorubo. IB details saisabo.
Office of the Angami Youth Organization Headquarters Kohima Nagaland. Memorandum against unabated extortion and harassment of common people by Naga national political groups. Submitted on this day, the 6th of August 2024, public rally organized by the Angami Youth Organization. To the Honorable Governor Rajbhavan Kohima Nagaland, Honorable Sir, we are sure that you are briefed by various agencies at your disposal and also through the news about the illegal activities being committed blatantly by armed groups in Nagaland, much to the dismay of the general populace. The most recent case being the capital punishment threat issued to a local contractor of Nagaland on account of forced taxation by the GPR and NCN Kampu group, who are currently under ceasefire with the government of India. This case is just the tip of the iceberg, as there are many such cases which have not been brought into the public domain. Taking this opportunity, we would like to lay a few points for your perusal and immediate remedial measures. Point number 1. Whereas it is clearly mentioned in the ceasefire ground rules mutually agreed upon by the government of India and the various groups of the NNCN that the latter shall refrain from any activity which would disturb economic and developmental activities as well as essential services. Clause 7 of ceasefire ground rules. Number 2. Whereas it has been mutually agreed upon by the government of India and the various NSCN groups which are in ceasefire agreement with the center that the groups will refrain from extortions, foreseeable collection of money, and supplies of intimidation of individuals, including government officials. Clause 11 of the ceasefire ground rules. Number 3. Whereas the onus of enforcement of the ground rules has been vested with the government of India and that contentious issues relating to implementation of the ground rules will be resolved by a ceasefire supervisory board or ceasefire monitoring group. Point number 4. Whereas during the cessation of armed conflicts between security forces and the Naga national political groups, after signing of these agreements, extortion and forcible collection of money from all business enterprises have been carried out with impunity, and the public is facing the brunt with prices of even essential commodities skyrocketing. Number 5. Whereas the GPR and NCN Kampu group has gone to the extent of even issuing that penalty for not succumbing to their illegal demands. Number 6. The GPR and NCN Kampu group has also issued a directive to all contractors under the purview of AYO, implying all Angami contractors to immediately cease activities and demobilize their manpower and machinery currently deployed across other districts in Nagaland. Number 7, now whereas the public is utterly fed up with the activities of these armed cutters, it may not be long before an armed public take on these armed cutters, resulting in a civil unrest which will have worse implications and results than that of the prevailing situation in a neighboring state. We, the signatories of this memorandum, keeping in mind the interests of the state and the country as a whole, demand that A. The government of India strictly enforces the ceasefire ground rules in letter and spirit by ensuring the cutters of the groups adhere to the agreed ground rules. B. The state government takes necessary action to protect its citizens and assert its authority if any such acts of coercion takes place. C. The government should ensure that armed groups cease and desist immediately their activities of intimidation and extortion in the name or guise of donations. D. The armed cutters be confined to their designated camps and prohibited to move around with arms in civilian areas. E. The government of India should stop legitimizing splinter groups by recognizing them if it wants an early settlement of the Indo-Naga problem. F. The international abrogation of the ceasefire rules by the GPR and Congo group by way of issuing that threat and openly intimidating the common people is not only a violation of the ceasefire norms, but also a violation of human rights. We demand that the ceasefire monitoring group immediately take befitting action against this group if it fails to take corrective measures. By 1. Withdrawal of the capital punishment issued by GPR and Congo group. 2. Withdrawal of the directive issued to all contractors under the purview of AYO, implying all Angami contractors to cease activities and demobilize their manpower and machinery currently deployed across other districts in Nagaland. And G. In the event of any recalcitrant group continue violating the ceasefire ground rules, the ceasefire monitoring group should abrogate the ceasefire with such group. Also, the concerned members should be strictly booked under the National Security Act of 1980. The Angami organization is a civil organization, but we will not hesitate to protect our people at any cost. However, we firmly believe in the responsibility of the government to protect the well-being of its citizens, and we trust that the government will take all necessary actions. We therefore urge you to consider our representation with the utmost importance and urgency. Sincerely, Kasosol Christopher Little, President Angami Youth Organization, and Little Little Secher, General Secretary Angami Youth Organization. Copy to the Home Minister Nagaland for information and necessary action, the Chief Secretary for information, the Principal Secretary to Honorable Chief Minister for kind intervention, the Director General of Police for necessary information and intervention, the Home Commissioner for necessary action, and the Chairman, CFMG or CFSB for immediate intervention.
Coming to our memorandum, we have already submitted the memorandum to the Honorable Governor of Nagaland, and then we have said, and then we have requested and appealed to him that this issue cannot be addressed alone by the state government of Nagaland, because the negotiation is in between the government of India and the various Naga political groups, and the negotiation being overseen by the Ministry of Home Affairs. So the role of the government of India, the Ministry of Home Affairs, the ceasefire monitoring group, and then the law enforcing agencies of the state of Nagaland is the most important. So this issue needs to be addressed collectively and not just one entity, that is the government of Nagaland, but as a whole the general public will unconditionally extend its support to all the agencies of the government of India and then the government of Nagaland to bring a solution to this unabated taxation and extortion.
We are so thankful to all the Naga tribes and also non-Naga organizations coming in support to extend their solidarity. In the public rally today, we have also taken the assurance of the gathering, saying that for sure in the future the youth apex bodies are going to come together to settle issues and also towards a brighter future for the Nagas. This is not the end. Of course, through the office of the Income Youth Organization, we have submitted a memorandum to the Honorable Governor of Nagaland, and he has assured us that he will take up the issue in the best possible way. Thank you.
Emporium Nagaland is India's premier aviation, hospitality and cruise line training and international job placement consultancy. Trained and blessed over 20,000 youths from Nagaland in prestigious international brands. The only institute in Nagaland that hosts top airlines, cruise and 5-star hotel campus interviews. The first institute to conduct international cruise campus interview in Northeast. We are open to students of class 10 and above. Emporium provides 100% placement assistance, empowering educated unemployed youths with global opportunities.